Welcome to Whippoorwill Holler. I'm Miss Lori and this is Mr. Brown. We live in the hills of Arkansas. We love the Lord. Keepers of the old way, but accept some of the new. We love to cook and we love to eat. We love to garden. It's in our blood. It's how we stay sustainable and fill our pantry. We do a lot of canning and preserving. We live a sustainable life. We love our family. We work hard. And every once in a while, we like to dance. So y'all join us. I'm just going to make up just a small batch of biscuits. For me and you, we don't need a big old pan of biscuits, I don't think, today.
No.
2-ingredient biscuit, easy cup of self-rising flour, and usually just half a cup of heavy cream. Sometimes it might take a little bit more.
And I'm peeling up some apples, huh?
Yeah, those are little, they're called rockets. They're just a little bitty sweet apple. And we need to get them ate, so
Yeah, some of them starting to get a little soft.
we'll just fry them up, eat them with our biscuit this morning.
And maybe with some ice cream after a while.
I don't know if we're going to have that many left. You might, if you save yourself.
Oh.
What are you going to do today?
Whatever you do. It's about 60 degrees out, cloudy. Unfortunately, it looks like most of the rain, everything's going south of us. Been training since about 1 o'clock this morning south of us.
I'm glad everybody else is getting rain, but boy, we sure need it. But, I mean, we'll be okay, but everything's burning up right now.
Dusty and dry. You wouldn't think so after all that rain that we got this spring, but
That's how fast this ground up here really, I mean, I don't understand this ground sometimes.
well, just so much of it runs off. It don't really soak up.
We're just gonna throw this in a pan with a little bit of butter, ain't we?
A little butter and sugar, huh?
A little butter, sugar, and just fry them up. Fried apples is a
They're real sweet. They won't need much sugar, will they?
no. And I think we'll use I've got some Truvia brown sugar. We'll use a little bit of a sugar substitute this morning, even though, you know, like you said, some of the apples are kind of sweet, but
I used to do this when I was on my low carb. I never did worry about fruit sugar very much. But it was a good snack for me to cut apple. I do it at work. When I worked in the bus shop. Had a little kitchen and I'd slice up some apples like this and put just a little cinnamon, that's all I'd do. They were them sweet, good little sweet apples. And that would be a treat. I know it wasn't carb free, but I wasn't on a completely carb free diet, so.
you still lost weight though.
Yeah, I did about 25.
You ate your fruit. You ate your fruit and still lost weight. I'm gonna put a little bit of this liquid gold right here, some of this bacon grease. Bottom of my. This is an old baking pan here. In fact, this is when Comet, the baking powder. Comet, yes. It's when they used to put out their own little biscuit pans.
The Comet sounds like a cleaner.
I know.
A cleaner.
It is CAL. I got my glasses on it. CALUMET baking powder.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. But anyways, you know, back in the day when they were promoting different products, they kind of give away like, you know, a baking pan or measuring cups, just stuff like that to get ladies and men to buy their products. But I've been keeping my bacon grease in the refrigerator this summer because, you know, bacon grease can go rancid if you don't use it, or, you know, very fast.
And I've been grabbing it up, taking it to my mother's on Tuesday to make gravy for her. So when it disappears a little bit, that means I've been.
Well, that's fine. I know she enjoys your gravy.
She seems like it. We had gravy and eggs the other morning.
Uh-oh, my biscuit stuck to my. I thought I floured it.
Boy, you messed up, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it stuck right in there.
Oh, that won't be the last time.
There it goes. These are some really good biscuits. So easy. And me and you don't need a bunch of biscuits. We don't need leftover biscuits because we just eat them. So we've really been...
We eat them or the chickens or Hank eats them.
Yeah, Hank. Oh, it's funny because ever since the weather has cooled off a little bit, Hank's kindly been full of Cheerios, ain't he?
He is full of it.
Because, you know, it's been hot here, y'all. I know y'all been through the same thing. And, of course, your dogs, your animals kind of suffer through it, too. But, so he's been...
It's going to be a bunch of apples.
They'll cook down, though. So there we go.
They won't go to waste, will they?
1 cup of self-rising flour and a half a cup or a little more, just depends on your weather, of heavy cream. So we got 4 and Hank a biscuit. He's got a little biscuit here.
He's laying out there waiting for me to bring him something to eat. About ready for me to cook up some apples?
Yeah, fried apples is has always been a big staple, especially in our home. And then Danny was raised with it too. I wasn't raised much with fried apples, but when I would go to his mama's house and she would have fried apples as one of the sides, I absolutely loved it. And so cooking it for breakfast with biscuits is you know how you love a good homemade biscuit with maybe apple butter. This right here to me is even better than that. And we love apple butter, don't we?
Absolutely.
But we love fried apples. So if you've never had fried apples, try it. You can even fry up apples to eat for supper with maybe a pork chop, some kind of pork or something like that. It's really good. You gonna start?
I'm back here making a racket. Click, click, click.
What do you got in your pan? I preheated the oven. Now, a good biscuit you want it in a high degree oven, and my oven here gets pretty hot in this old propane cook stove. So I got it up between 450 and 500, even for just four biscuits. And that's what's going to cook you up a good crispy biscuit too. So Danny ended up, I don't know, that's a couple, probably 2.5 cups of sliced up apples, but they will cook down.
And I threw 4 sticks of butter.
4 sticks of butter in there.
Not really. What, a couple of tablespoons of butter? Probably?
Well, that's probably just one.
1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon. And some people will even put a little bit of their leftover bacon grease when they fry up their apples. It does give your apples a little bit of bacony, smoky flavor. So that if you don't like it, we don't do it, but we just like the butter.
I could eat it that way, but
oh yeah, if you don't want to use up your butter, or I think I'm going to fry up. I've got some really thin cut ham here that I'm going to fry up too. Instead of bacon, I mean, it reminds you of bacon, but it's just really thin shaved smoked ham.
butter's melted, and I'm going to get these apples in here and get them started. It's going to be good. I like using naturally sweet apples. Of course, when I was doing a low carb, I didn't put no sugar on them. And them really good sweet apples tasted like candy to me, not having no sugar. But
I mean, those are going to cook down, but even if you got some left over, you can eat them in the morning, or you can eat, like you said, on some ice cream after a while, whichever.
ice cream not low carb, is it?
No, it's not.
But I'm not on low carbs. I do watch a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it.
Is that an egg? Was there an egg over here, or you done used it?
There was an egg, and I put it up out of the way so I didn't knock it off.
Okay, is it the top? This the oldest?
Yes.
I scrambled up some eggs too.
I think I might have changed it on you.
I know you keep doing that. That's why I've been asking. Or is it the top or the bottom that's the oldest eggs?
I think I even got confused.
Well, I mean, we use them up fast enough, so it's not that it's. Well, that was a little egg.
There's some other little.
They're kind of sloughing on us. I blamed it on the excessive heat, but I don't know.
Well, don't get too rough on them. They blade a lot. A lot of chickens won't lay 200 eggs a year.
Yeah. Cinnamon Queens, that's the best to me. That's what we prefer.
They'll lay about 300. A lot of them won't lay but 150, 200. Some Cinnamon Queens will lay more than that. But these chickens did give us a few eggs during the winter last winter, so they were young. I don't know. Daylight hours are getting shorter, and we'll see if they lay much this winter or not. A lot of chickens don't lay much in the winter. We've been fortunate, had several that will. Thin ham.
It's thin ham. It don't take long for it to cook up either. It's just some good country ham.
Ham's a sizzling.
What are you gonna do today? I didn't ask you that, but you said you're just gonna do whatever I'm doing.
Whatever you doing. No, I don't know. I don't know really what I'm gonna do.
I think
I got a few things I need to do. We're talking about building a water fountain, but we'll see on that. I don't know. It's getting close to winter, but
I am gonna have to probably after lunch. I need to run about 50 cookbooks to the post office.
you might as well drive. It'll be a long way to run.
I'm gonna drive, and I think this afternoon I'm gonna work on one of my beds out there, and I'm gonna plant some of my fall stuff like my beets and spinach and some Swiss chard.
Yeah, I got some beds cleaned up
You
for
got them
you.
cleaned out for me. I need to amend them a little bit.
It's so dry. The mowing and weed eating don't need to do that.
No.
I finished up what little weed eating the other day out in the garden. Guess I just need to go fishing.
Now, you said you was doing whatever I'm doing. I didn't say I was going fishing.
Well, you know. May have a tournament tomorrow night, maybe. I don't know yet.
My oldest grandson starts his football tomorrow night.
Football Friday night, huh?
Yeah. We always look forward to that. So me and Danny, yesterday afternoon, we run to the big city, we call it, Jonesboro. About an hour from here. Anyways, because we know that football season's coming in and we cannot sit in them bleachers very long. It kills my hips and my back, and it hurts his back. So we went and splurged and bought us some stadium seats to sit in. So I'm hoping that'll help. We did have some little cushions, but
We had some kind. I don't know what they were.
they were just, I don't know, but they just didn't work.
I think they were made for 5-year-olds. Wasn't made for big adults.
So yeah, I even bought me a different jacket to wear to these football games. Something light, but enough to warm you up a little bit, because it does get a little bit chilly when you're sitting on.
A little later on, yeah.
A little later on, not now, when you're sitting out there watching them football.
It got down about 60 degrees last night here.
Oh, it felt good out there this morning. We got to go out there and
Got just a sprinkle of rain, not very much.
our first morning coffee out on the porch. The air conditioner wasn't running. It was quiet,
Yeah, I turned that off when I got up. And the big Indian hen woodpecker was out there this morning. Pileated, hollering. I always like to hear that in the fall. And you can hear the train. You hear the train and the hollers humming this morning too. A little clear. It sounds like it's in this house when it gets winter time, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Well, my bedroom, it used to be a back porch, y'all. And we closed, the Midnights come in and closed it in for us. So it sits very low to the ground. Probably too low, really. So it gets, when the train's coming through, which is through the hollers, not right here at the house, I can actually feel the vibration.
I know, it's weird.
When I'm in bed, and the train's really moving on, and they do a lot at night, I can feel it, and I can kind of hear it in the distance too. So it's kind of neat, but sometimes I wake up.
You can kind of feel the chicken trucks coming through.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm like, is that an earthquake? Because we do have earthquakes here.
It's very odd how that bedroom picks up the noise and vibration. Because in the mornings, you can hear the chicken trucks come through of just a little bit of a boom, 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 But, and the school bus, I hear the school bus. I can tell you what a school bus sounds like way I know exactly what they sound like.
Will you wash that ham? It don't need to cook too long. Is your apples frying up?
Finally, that skillet got hot. Can't tell if the apples are frying or the ham is frying.
I think that ham's ready if you just
I do
want.
too, I just flipped it.
Swap it out. I flipped it once, so just go ahead and take it out.
I just flipped it and it's starting to look like bacon on the inside.
Go.
I'm
gonna go ahead and stick my biscuits in here. I'm gonna check them just a little bit and I'm gonna flip them.
Put just a little more butter in there. They're starting to get heated up good now.
They're starting to soften up and then they'll start to cook down a little bit.
I was cooking them for myself. I never let them get, you know, super soft. Kind of kept them firm. These aren't as sweet as them apples were. They'll be good. We'll put a little sugar on. You gonna let me put a little cinnamon on them or not?
Yeah, cinnamon's right there. We always put cinnamon on it.
I know, but you're not a bit. You want to do it? You don't like cinnamon as good as I do.
I like cinnamon. I just don't like to taste nothing but cinnamon. Especially when I'm making fried pies or apple pie or anything, cobbler, I put cinnamon in it.
I know you do. You just don't like it as good as I do. Or as much on there.
Probably not as much, but yeah.
I know you like it.
Now he hasn't put the sugar, if you were using just regular brown sugar or we're using the Truvia, he hasn't put it on there yet.
Fixing to.
But he's fixing to. That way it doesn't burn or, you know, it doesn't overcook it.
Man, that cinnamon smells so good. To me, I love good cinnamon.
Speaking of fried pies, I ain't made any in a while, and I really need to do that. Kids absolutely love fried pies. Everybody's so busy anymore that Mama don't bake as much as she used to, so
That's cause Daddy don't need it.
yeah. That's why we started the Cooking for Two series. That way, you know, when you're just, there's certain, even desserts, I can make just enough for us to have something sweet, but nothing left over with it, so that we're not, you know, constantly going there and eating more and more and more. So we do it in moderation. So if I make a small batch of cookies for two, and I need to do that pretty soon, it's just enough for us to have a few cookies, and they're gone, you know. So it's not only that it's, you know, to keep you in portion control, it's also frugal. You know, two people, you don't need to use all them ingredients and spend all that money just for two people. Now, if I am cooking for others, of course I'm going to do a regular big cake or a batch of cookies or pie. That's just like this Sunday is our potluck at church, so I will be making, I'm going to make a cake, and I may even video that one because I'm wanting to make a certain cake for the potluck, and, you know, but just us two anymore most days. You know, we don't have to have all this food, just enough to keep us, you know, fed. And of course we like to eat, so but
Well, we just don't do it every day. So.
we don't have fried apples every day. We don't have biscuits every morning. But like I talk about all the time, it's just in moderation. And we are older, and
When I was younger, I don't care how many biscuits you fed me, I wouldn't put
no,
them away.
he wouldn't. When we're younger, our metabolism's a lot better, and we're so busy every day as young people. We're on the run. You know, he played ball, you know, and he
Worked and worked, played ball.
and he worked after school, so he was never home in front of the TV sitting around like the generations now. And y'all remember, a lot of y'all, you was always on the go, but as you get older, and that's just life, that's the way it is.
Get softer.
I'll watch these biscuits.
What are you gonna watch them do?
Get brown. Y'all are still sending me these handmade pot holders, and I use them. We use them all the time, don't we? I have some of these that, and the same ones are sending them to me. I've used them so much that they are, and I wash them, and they're getting, you know, they're kind of wore out. But I'm telling you, I love these things. So thank you for you know, going to the trouble and making them and sending them to us, because we use them all the time. And
All the time.
I've got some over here. I think I may have showed these in another video, another cooking video, but somebody sent these to us. Like a little chicken rooster or whatever. Anyway, she sent a couple of them. They're just really cute. Like I said, I use them all the time. So, I'll wait before we scramble up some eggs, but I'm ready to eat and I'm starting to get hungry.
That's because we're cooking.
So you added your sugar substitute, or if you're using brown sugar, you just added that, didn't you?
Yeah, about a quarter cup.
About a quarter cup.
Quarter cup packed sugar.
And you can taste it as you're cooking. If it's not sweet enough for you, or of course you know the brown sugar's got a little molasses in it to make it brown sugar. So if you like it a little more with, you know, a little more brown sugar or a little bit more cinnamon, you do it to your taste. And you might even sprinkle just a little bit of salt on it, because that does bring the sweetness out of it too.
I don't mind if my apples still have a little bit of firmness to them, so when they just start getting, they're just starting to get pretty soft, and I put sugar in. And I'm about to quit. Oh, I'm about to done. The sugar's gonna get. Don't want to get it too hot.
You want me to turn the skillet down a little bit?
Yeah, turn it down a little bit.
You want me to start the eggs?
If the biscuits are about ready.
I need to flip those properly. They're getting there. But you ain't fixed my squeak yet on my...
I ain't gonna fix that. That way you know the oven door's opening.
That way you know Mama's cooking something in the oven.
Yeah.
When you hear that.
Did you want just a little pinch of salt on them? No.
No, I was just saying sometimes you can do that too, if you want to. Hank's smelling all this cooking. He's looking in the door.
He gets up and looks in the door and waiting for me to bring something out for him to eat. So he's waiting on snack.
Hank likes his snacks.
Kind of like you like your snacks.
I like my snacks. I don't eat that many snacks though, but yeah.
Not anymore, huh?
In fact, now Danny, he loves to eat breakfast. That's probably his favorite meal of the day. So if we don't eat like a big breakfast like this, or what we consider a bigger breakfast, we won't eat no lunch. And probably won't eat a very big supper. I mean, not a huge supper. If we don't eat a decent breakfast, we'll eat a bigger supper.
We've been trying to eat early.
An earlier supper.
If we eat heavy.
And I guess this is just part of getting older, retirement. This is your schedule changes, things that you do change. And I feel like at night when I do go to bed, I don't feel that heaviness from eating late, eating a heavy supper, so late. We was both working and coming in late, and we'd be starving, and I'd have to come in here and fix supper, and it would be a little later sometimes. Sometimes it'd be 6 o'clock at night. I know some people eat even later than that. So eating an early supper does help.
And when the weather's cooler, I can eat, go out and do something, and I start around a little bit. It feels better too.
Yeah, that 100-degree weather, I just couldn't hardly. Well, it pretty much zapped my energy plumb out. And everybody knows how much that I love my garden and being in the garden, but I couldn't. It was just so miserable.
Dew points was in the 70s and humidity was in the 80 and 90s.
100 degrees, so that made the heat index them a few days, 115 or so.
I know over 110, I know. Heat index, 113 one day. But just think, when we was young, we used to work right through it.
I know it.
I did a lot outside. And you used to help me when we first started dating. You would drive the truck in a hayfield for me when we'd haul hay in the summer where I could make some spending money, where I could run around and take you out running around. And you'd drive the truck for me. And another guy would haul and you'd drive the truck. And you remember that one big old barn? That thing was huge, and it had a small doorway, and we had to drag that hay. We ended up getting some hay hooks, and we dragged that hay to the back of that barn, throw it in the door, drag it to the back of the barn, and then we end up stacking that stuff, I don't know, 15 feet high. And we just had to work layers. Just put a layer down, and stack, and just work it where you could get up there, and throw it in there. Well, that was a job. We earned our money on that one.
Well, you remember us talking the other day about the heat and how we used to haul hay in it. And I said, but which was worse, being out putting throwing them square bells on the back of the truck, or when we had to unload it in the hay barn. And you said it was unloading it in the hay barn because there was no breeze. You couldn't, it was hot in there.
Yeah, normally ain't no wind. Tin roof, you could get hot. You could get over hot, especially when you started getting up high toward the roof. Boy, them were the good old days. Felt good.
We couldn't do that. We'd both be passed out in the barn. Somebody'd have to come find us.
Felt good though. Felt young.
Felt young.
Stay out.
Yeah.
Get out and do it. It wasn't all bad.
Did you taste them yet?
Well, I did earlier before I added the last little dab of sugar. Taste molasses.
Tastes good though.
Mm-hmm.
Are they done?
They aren't for me.
You want me to turn this off?
You can, if you're ready. They're a little bit firm, but yet soft.
I'm gonna let this go just one more minute.
One more minute. Well, the apples look good, don't they?
Better get the butter out.
I put more butter in too. Breakfast is ready. I think I'm just gonna break that biscuit open like that. Put me a little bit of butter on it. I know you don't want no butter on yours.
Says who?
I know you don't want no butter, right? Look there, I can't even get it on my biscuit. You want some?
Yeah, a little more than that. We got plenty of butter.
You want more? You want more? I know you want more.
You see how pretty these biscuits are. Just 2 ingredients. Self-rising flour and a little bit of heavy cream. You know, the heavy cream is your fat part, which it just makes a really good biscuit. And when you're just cooking for 2, it just works out really, really good. You want to do it?
Where you can see that brown sugar goodness in there. Which I can actually taste the molasses in that sugar there, which that is.
Well, I think you can because of it being Truvia. It's a plant-based stevia, from the stevia plant. So it's not pure cane sugar. And
you want some on the side?
Yeah, you can put some on top of mine.
Both of them?
Maybe, yeah, just one. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Is that enough?
Yeah. Because I'll probably eat a little honey on this one. So I'm sure the molasses taste really comes through on that. Whenever I use the Truvia in some of my baking, it does. It tastes really good. It makes cookies and stuff taste really good.
You want more than enough?
That's plenty.
And a piece of ham or 2.
Mm-hmm. That makes a pretty plate.
I'll finish off the eggs. I'll give you another piece of ham.
Well, Danny eats a lot of eggs. Pretty much every morning. And we even eat eggs for supper sometimes. That's a very frugal, healthy meal, is to incorporate eggs for supper.
I like eggs. We eating?
I'm about starved. Is it any good?
Yummy.
Anyways, thanks for being with us and just being here in the kitchen with us while we were cooking breakfast. We do cook, like I said, breakfast like this a couple of times a week, just because we love breakfast. And then from, we would even eat this for supper.
Yeah, I cook my breakfast eggs about every day, and I don't have biscuits every day.
No. And sometimes he'll make biscuits and gravy. Now, when he goes to his mama's, he always makes her sausage gravy and biscuits, or sausage gravy on toast, and she really looks forward to that. But incorporating breakfast for supper is really a good thing too. And like I said a while ago, it is, if you make your breakfast for supper, it's cheaper, it is a frugal meal, and it's good. I mean, who don't like breakfast? You can have pancakes.
Well, them apples turned out really good.
You can have pancakes for supper. You can have French toast for supper. You can have gravy and biscuits for supper. You don't have to have a huge, expensive. Beef is so high right now, y'all, and everything's high. So a big pot of beans and a pan of cornbread. I mean, you got all you need right there. But we enjoyed y'all being with us. We're going to sit down and eat our breakfast. If y'all have never made fried apples and these really easy, really good biscuits, you need to try them. I'm going to go out after a while, I'm working the garden a little bit. I'm going to take a bunch of books to the post office. I've been doing that every single day. We're working really hard.
Every day.
We're working really hard on the cookbooks. It's, you know, like I said, it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks for everybody to get their books. I've had to reprint. I had to order the other day to get reprints. I ordered 1,000 cookbooks. I've done sold out, but I've got more coming in. So anyways, I'm glad y'all are being patient with us, and so happy that the ones that have already got their cookbooks are emailing or commenting and saying how much they're really enjoying the cookbooks. Y'all have blessed us with your support and love, and we appreciate it. So, make you some fried apples. I think you'll love it.
I like it.
God bless everybody. We'll see y'all in a few days.
Bye.
Y'all have a wonderful weekend.
I'm throwing food everywhere.
Well, you need to sit down. I might clean up after you.
I'm throwing the egg here, the biscuit there. My. You think I've never eaten before?
You're just so hungry.
He knows what when he knows I'm fixing to give him something, don't he?
He knows we've been eating biscuits.
I'm gonna give him just a little biscuit. Got a little bitty bite of ham in it. Oh, you want something? He'll probably run off with it. You want something? There you are.
There he goes.
He'll go out there and he very seldom eats anything on the porch. He always goes out somewhere with it and then he eats it. He's funny because I give him a little bit of food, dog food or whatever, and he'll sit there and look at me and watch me and look at me, and when sometimes won't even eat till I walk off. Like, I gotta wait till you leave.
Being respectful.
He's funny.